Well, we're finally in Alaska. It was an awesome trip, even with um, heightened regulations on travel and whatnot. It was awesome to drive through Canada. It was beautiful as always, and lots of fun wildlife to see along the drive. But we're here in Seward, well, Moose Pass technically, and so excited to be here finally. Have all our stuff up here. It took two moves last summer and then this summer to get everything up so we wouldn't have to do a huge van or anything like that. But I'm excited to get back to sharing more of the thoughts and principles that I'm learning and strategies to have success and to have a stronger mindset, because that's the biggest thing that's going to help us all through challenging times in our lives, is to really develop a strong mindset. I know that's what's helped me the most. Anyway, so I have lots of young, adorable nieces and nephews that unfortunately don't live very close, but I love getting on Duo or Hangouts or whatever other video technology we use and just watch them and talk with them. And it's so fun to interact with them and watch them as they discover and develop new talents. And I don't know if you guys ever, watched young children just explore and learning how to talk and crawl and walk. That, I mean, their potential for success is limitless. And as a parent or an aunt or an uncle, looking at a young child, you also just see infinite potential. They could become anything. They could develop any talent. There's just no limitation. And as I was thinking about this, in relation to watching my own nieces and nephews, I wondered, what is it, like, when does that change? When do we all of a sudden decide that there is a limit? That perhaps, okay, we aren't cut out to have that certain talent or be that certain way. And, it's an interesting thought, because is there a limit? Sure, then we could probably go into a long discussion about that, but think about when a child is learning to walk, though. How many times they may fall down and not succeed. Think about how long it may take. I mean, I know children who have taken a long time, 2, 3 years old, before they decided to walk, and then others that learned it really quick. But regardless of how long it took them, regardless of how many times they fell, they persisted. They continued to try. And the people around them, their parents, their siblings, never told them otherwise. Never told them, oh, yeah, walking's not for you, not for them, or whatever. Just give up on it. Like, just accept that you just won't be able to do that. That never happens. That child's encouraged and motivated until they eventually learn how to walk. And that's the principle that I want to focus on today, is how do we get this idea of failing out of our minds? Because I know for me, that's held me back a lot from being able to accomplish goals that I have, is that, okay, I'm gonna try and learn something new and develop this new skill and become better, and I go for it. But after so many times of failing and feeling uncomfortable and having, thoughts of people judging me or whatever, then I decide, okay, after X amount of time of failures, then this just isn't for me and I'm going to move on. But in reality, failing is part of the process of success. We're not going to succeed the first time we try something. I mean, just think of everyone that's accomplished amazing things in this world. They didn't accomplish an amazing feat on the first try. They had to go through lots of iterations, lots of failures before they succeeded. So with each failure, we become closer to success. And the failures are actually, the steps upwards to ultimately achieving the success that we're after. So I've thought a lot about, how do we respond to failure so that we can help it motivate us to keep going instead of discouraging us. Because that's what it was doing for me many times, is just discouraging me, I can't figure this out, so I'm just gonna quit because I don't like feeling like a failure. But I realized, first that if you have a strong enough desire or hunger to accomplish something, to become something, to develop a certain skill, then that is what drives you through any challenge that you have. And hopefully here in a couple of videos I can talk about how to develop that deep desire and hunger, because that is so important to being able to accomplish the goals that we set for ourselves in our lives. But today I want to focus first on how we can use failure to help motivate us, or how we can change our perspective on failure so that we don't allow it to hold us back. So this one's fun. I love this process. So how do we keep failure from holding us back? Develop a belief plan. So it's really simple, but so fun to do. And think about it. What we believe is what motivates us to take action. If we believe that we can accomplish something, then we'll keep doing it. If we believe that something is not worth our time or effort, then we're not going to do it. So, and that's just a very basic example. I'm going to go more in depth here in a second. But everything revolves around the beliefs that we have and that we're focusing on. So creating a belief plan. First, you got to create a new belief plan around the idea of failure. So changing that belief that, that failure is a sign that you need to stop, into that failure is the process of success to success. And that, that a winner never quits. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. Thomas Edison once said too, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always just try one more time. So that's the first thing to do, is change your belief about failure. Change it to believe that you will never fail as long as you keep trying. That you have limitless potential to achieve anything you desire. And if you have enough hunger and desire to do something, then there's no way that you can fail as long as you keep trying one more time. Then the second belief plan that you need to create is to think about, okay, who is it that I want to become? Or what is the goal that I'm after? When I've achieved that goal, what will I believe about myself, about the task that I'm trying to accomplish, the goal that I'm trying to accomplish? What will I believe? Because sometimes I try to switch that around, think, okay, once I have a successful business, then I'll believe, that I can start a business. But we need to switch that around. I need to believe first that I can run a successful business, and then it will happen. So that's what we've got to do. So for your belief plan, think about what it is you want to accomplish. What is your goal? What is it, a talent that you want to do, or something you want to achieve, or maybe just something you want to change about yourself, think about that, and then think, what would I have to believe, or what would I believe if I already had accomplished that goal, or if I already, had changed this aspect of myself? What would I believe? And then focus on those thoughts. And you don't have to tell yourself lies or try and convince yourself, of something that you don't really believe in. Choose something that you can back that belief with things that have already happened in your life, or that you have seen happen in other people's lives. So for example, I've developed belief plans around starting a business because it's something new and challenging that I've never done before, and has involved a lot of failure and has been discouraging, but I have a hunger and desire to run a successful business. And so I've developed belief plans of, okay, if I have a successful business, what do I believe? What do I believe about myself? What do I believe about the potential to start a business? And so, just a simple example, there's a lot of aspects of business that are new to me that I've never done before. And so instead of, thinking like, gosh, this is difficult and I keep messing up and maybe I'm just not cut out to, figure out the financing of business or whatever, I think instead, what? I did a master's program in landscape architecture that I knew nothing about design or the design programs, and I learned that new skill. It was a skill that I was able to learn. And you know what? The financing aspects of business management is a skill that I can learn. And so I take that belief that I can learn new skills, and put it into my belief plan for, if I'm a person that has a successful business, then I believe that I can learn new skills, because running a business is learning a new skill. And so founding that belief on past experiences that I've had of learning new skills, then I am able to focus on that belief, and it empowers me and motivates me and helps to push me through the challenges and obstacles that I'm facing as I work on starting a new business and learning that new skill. So just to recap, to how do we keep failure from holding us back from being successful? You got to create a belief plan. Create a powerful belief plan that will empower you and inspire you to become the person that you are seeking to become. So first, create a belief plan that changes how you view failure. Failure is part of the process of success, and you'll never fail if you keep trying just one more time. And then second, create a belief plan about who you are and what you want to accomplish. And if you want to figure out a little bit more clearly how you can apply this to yourself, send me a message, because I'd love to talk to you and see how you can apply more specifically, because these belief plans are awesome. And if you do create your belief plan, this is what I would challenge you to do, is every morning to say it in your mind, or to read it if you've written it down somewhere, but to just condition your mind to believe those new thoughts about failure and success, and about yourself and the goals that you're after. Because remember, what you believe is what is going to motivate you to take action. And that action is ultimately what is going to change and create the success that you desire in your life. But it first starts with the belief. So go out there tonight, start creating your belief plan, and then say it to yourself every single morning until it is part of who you are and part of what you think every single day. Thanks for listening, and remember to live each day with intention. I hope you have a great weekend.